All right, everybody, away we go. It is Friday, November 18th of 2022, and this is the TRC, the Realty Classroom Telemarketing Training Call. And excited to do it, but I want to start off a little bit differently this time by chatting up a little bit more about offers. And I want to make it very clear what I mean by offers and how it relates to telemarketing training. So Kathy and I have been spending a lot of time talking about when we speak on the phone to somebody, where do we leave them? And why are we doing this to begin with? So we just finished the campfire. So if you missed the campfire call, every week we talk about our unique selling proposition, our information, right? What we've done in the information age is simply put things together. We've curated, we've organized all the information so that we can give it away. That's the most important thing to understand, is that we're looking to give away our best what to do information for free, period. Okay. So that's a unique selling proposition approach that is old as the hills. But in the information age, it becomes very important and valuable. So the idea of an offer is you want the value to be extremely high for the potential buyer or seller. And you start with a unique selling proposition. You don't start with a telemarketing call, because you have to use the medium of telemarketing as an outbound call to make an offer. That's what it's there for. So you can't just pick it up and do it on muscle. Well, you can. And there are some people in the real estate industry and other industries that are successfully doing that, where they pick up the phone and they have all sorts of techniques: neuro-linguistic programming, repeating what somebody says, getting somebody to believe that they created this situation with you. All that is viable. Behind me on the shelf is Robert Cialdini's book called Influence. People behave in a very particular way that they don't even know they're behaving in. So you can use all of these techniques for good or for bad. Malevolence, benevolence, you choose. We choose benevolence, and we choose to decide to give away our best information for free to a seller or buyer. So what does that mean? Well, it means by you starting the obvious. Imagine yourself sitting across from a seller or a buyer and giving them the best advice you can on what to do without you. I'm going to say that again. Give that seller or buyer the best what to do advice without you. Presuming that they'll never do business with you is the best starting place, because then your advice is becoming very authentic. It's an authentic voice. It's not a sales voice. It's not a taking voice. And you have to practice that giving voice where you say, look, if I were you and I were going to go sell my house, I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. If I were you and I were going to buy a house, I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. And these things, yes, they do come from experience, meaning I've been at this for a long time. And over time, I've watched patterns evolve that every seller goes through and every buyer goes through. We'll call those the immutable or unbreakable laws of buying or selling a house. So all we've done in our unique selling proposition package is start there. Fundamentally and foundationally being able to give away what to do if you're going to sell or buy without us. And we productized it by taking those major points, writing a paragraph or so or page underneath each one, putting it in a nice magazine, and having that as the foundation of what we give away. But that's what they need. And most people don't want to be told what they need. They want to get what they want. So sellers and buyers want pictures and details of properties so they can figure out what's going on around them. They also generically ask on a regular basis, how's the market? So those are things that they want to know and want to see. Well, the thing that they really want the most are the pictures and details of properties. We've come to realize that in this mastermind group, that that's the most important thing. We should deal with that first. Why? Because that's their curiosity. And if they're making decisions, they want to see what they could buy with their money or what's happening around them so they can compare. So we just take the time to organize that for them, cut out all the noise, put it together in a smaller package, and put that in with the buyer or seller plan. And most people don't think to put together sold information for buyers, obviously for sellers, but buyers need to know what the money's buying too. If you're going to go spend $1 million, $2 million, $3 million on a house, don't you want to know What the buyers like you just paid for that? Did they get a good deal? What are you going to do? Just run around and look at your application on your phone and just make a wild random guess that you should jump in there? So these people need this information organized by you, productized by you, and more importantly, offered by you to them so they can decide to accept it or not. So that's the most important fundamental starting spot for picking up a phone and making an outbound call to anything. Now, in my office, we're making outbound calls to people who have already tried and failed. We're also making offers to people that we found online that want to know their selling price, not their valuation, their selling price, if they're thinking about selling now or soon. So we have to fulfill all those people. We have to fulfill for them through a unique way, or we're not going to be able to turn any of them into our prospects who allow us to follow up with them over the long term to win their business and become clients of ours. Okay. So offers. I want you to think about this, telemarketers that we've been training here rigorously. Offers, offers, offers. If you go into an open house like we just talked about on Campfire, or you're on the phone, or you're anywhere, and you don't make an offer, you are wasting your time and you're delusional about what will monetize in business, let alone ours. So don't get caught up in all of the things that don't make an offer. I mastermind with Dean Miller and Corey Stewart, and that's one of the big things that we're pushing in the conversation. I get it. There's a wonderful bunch of things that we can do online, offline, wherever. But if we're not making offers everywhere and we don't make it easy for the consumer to take us up on the offer, if we don't make it clear on how they take action to do it, they will go away. Never presume it's simple enough. I'm going to say that again. Never presume that their ability to understand your offer and take action on it is simple enough. Always try to make it the simplest, clearest way that you can, so it's easy to do business with you. You'll be shocked at how many people drive by. I grew up in the retail business. How many people drive by a store and they don't see an open sign, even though they see the lights on, and they keep driving. If you don't make your offers simple and powerful, and then the call to action on how to take advantage of it simple and powerful, you will not get the business that you think you'll get. So now, how does that translate to telemarketing? The words that you're using, the system that you're following is designed to make the offer as simply and as clearly as possible, so that once you get that offer accepted and you try to get the time to follow up to make sure that offer arrives, right? That physical fulfillment arrives, so that now your unique selling proposition changes the relationship with that person into a deep kind of prospect, or we hope. If you haven't gone through that, stop, slow down, stop running through a full articulation of the offer. Because if you don't fully articulate it, then you can't get what you want, which is clarification on how prospectable this person is. Is this somebody that's going to be able to give you business at some point in time? And to give you their business, they have to have a reason why they're going to do this that's big enough to overcome all the fears and obstacles and stress they're feeling in doing it. That's number one. Number two, they don't know when. I know you want them in the industry to say when. I'm going to do it on Thursday, 3 months from now. No, stop waiting for them to be clear. That's why I can't stand that line about buyers. Buyers are liars. Seller blew me up. What? You didn't even help them go through a therapeutic moment after you educated them on why are you really doing this? You sure you want to do it? It's a big deal. And right now, as we're talking, let me help you clarify your motivation because of that why. On a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you? I find that if you're not really up there 9 to 10, maybe 8 plus, but if you're not 9 to 10, you're probably not ready. How can I help? It's very simple. Very simple. But if you don't hear me say that over and over again, you're going to hear, I bet, some people rushing through this. One tip I got when I was public speaking: if you're nervous when you're talking to somebody, or nervous when you're in an open house or on a stage, You're thinking too much about yourself, and you're not trying to give to the one person that's in front of you that might really need it. Stop worrying about your performance. You don't go from start to done. It's not what process is, okay? So let's think about all those things as we get into the call here today. Do me a favor. I'm asking a favor from everybody. Turn on your screens for 1 second, okay? I want to see faces for 1 second. Turn on your screens. I just want to see everybody for a second. Humor me. Socorro, Ash, Sharon, Russ, Donna, Shauna, Barbara, Max. Just turn on. I want to see some faces. I want to see some real human beings, except, of course, we've got the Northern Lights up there, Dino, right? Dino, Paulie, Max, Ash, turn your screens on for me, please, if you can. I want to see faces to start here. I want to give myself a screenshot. I feel like some weeks I'm talking to myself, okay? Who do I have here? I got some people in dark. Look at that. Oh, you look good. You moved into your house. You're out of the garage. That's good. Couple more. Barbara, Sharon, Ash, Max. If you can turn on your screens, I'd appreciate it. I got one black square there. I don't know who's.
I'm eating Taco Bell tacos. I cannot put on my screen.
Taco.
Hi, Danny. Camera is not working. Oh, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, Danny, it's Barbara. My camera doesn't work either.
Okay. I'll let you off the hook. I just needed a screen. Hold on one more. Yes.
Danny, Alexis, same here. My camera's not working.
All right. Well, ladies, come on. Go get a camera. Like, to ask somebody to get you a camera for Christmas, okay? Let's get a camera.
Here, Danny, I bought a new camera. Everybody who's got a boss here, tell your boss to go buy this thing called the center camera. It's literally
That's pretty cool. I saw that. You bought that?
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, I'm not looking at anybody but the camera, and I'm making eye contact.
I love that.
It's the greatest
Hey, how much was that? I just saw that the other day.
They got a promo code. I paid $115 for it. I think with shipping, it'll probably go for about $130.
I love you.
But
You're such a consumer. You're our great consumer.
I'm a gadget guy. This one I think is going to be a winner.
All right. Awesome. All right. Appreciate that. You can all go back into the dark. Just don't leave me. Okay. Don't make me lonely on a Friday. I'm thankful for you all. We're going into Thanksgiving. Stay with me. All right.
I didn't say my name. Did you see me?
I see you. I see you. What do you mean I didn't say your name? I say your name every week. I love working with you. You're feisty. Right? All right. Yeah. The Northern Lights, he hides. He used to come on all the time.
Well,
all right.
No, I'm from Massachusetts. I'm a Yankee.
That's it. You're scrappy. All right.
I live in the South, but don't get it twisted.
No, I don't get you twisted ever. You scare me when you're on. All right, I'm kidding. All right, here we go. I am going to go back to, I got one from Nikki, who works with David. Let's just see. David Whitehead. So I'm going to start with Nikki. Here we go, everybody. Remember, the word on the table today is offer. Let's listen about offers. And along the way, I'm going to coach it up a little bit so you really own that. Because as I taught Kathy today in one of our one-on-ones, I said, even making the offer to be kicked out of the queue is there. So I should frame it. The best offer you can make as a telemarketer, because it lands and the timing is there, their motivation and why and motivation are there. We will visit you and give you our insights on top of the information. Number one offer, top of the shelf, if it's appropriate. Second offer is, if you'd like, we can give you those insights over Zoom since you're not around here physically, or could you just jump on a Zoom? Third offer, maybe a phone call. Okay, I'm going down the ladder from best to least. Fourth offer, sounds like you're not ready yet. I'd like to digitize the information we sent you and keep in touch and give you our insights from time to time. Fifth offer, going to sound crazy. Geez, it doesn't really sound like you have a real why or motivation to do so inside the next 12 months or so. Would you like me to take you off the list? I'm offering that. And I'm putting them in a place to help me make a decision as to whether they're long-term prospects or not. It's extremely important that you don't build a bloated database of maybes, because what are you going to do when you follow up? You have to have people come to a decision point. Dan Kennedy refers to it as the buy or die moment. You have to be a good steward of that. Don't delude yourself into thinking that it's not your job to bring people into one of those clear categories. I know it's tough. I know you have to be scrappy sometimes, but if you feel like you're losing it, don't be afraid to make them go away. Okay? All right, here we go. Nikki.
Hello?
Yes, hi,
Hello?
James. Yeah, hi,
Yeah.
James.
Yes, my name is Nicole calling with Whitehead Realty Group. I'm calling because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that it didn't sell and would like to send you some information that would help you sell it next time. May I do that?
What information is it?
Well, what I'm going to be sending you, I apologize, is basically just a list of properties and things in your area that sold while you're on the market and in your price range. And I'm also going to be sending you our seven-step seller plan that we have. And the pictures and everything I'm sending you for the properties, color pictures, like I said, it's going to show you what sold.
Okay, I'm going to stop it. Nikki, are you on? David, are you on by any chance? Let me see, David or Nikki? Okay. This is an easy one for me to coach up. Okay. I'm a fan of Nikki's. I think Nikki's good, but let me tell you what's off here. One, what did we talk about? Offers. So if our offer is this package of information that we have curated, gone out into the world, found the right stuff, organized, cut out the nonsense and put everything in the right order, productized, took the time to print and spend the money to do so. Okay. That's a lot. It's a lot of work just to do that alone. So you have to be able to have this. And I've said this to many of you team leads, they better have this, they being virtual workers, in their hands. And you better be training them regularly to understand what it is. And that the priority of what people want is, if I pull this out, it's the pictures and details of properties straight from MLS, organized for them. Very important, right? Then it's the market update to show them the exact trends of what's going on in the marketplace. Then it is the plan that we customize for our buyer clients. They get it all. You have to be able to say that offer clearly without question marks. You can hear the question marks in her voice. She's questioning her own offer. She's not attached to how valuable this is, because you can hear it in her tone. It's just there in her tone, right? Nikki's starting to lose her authority. So the law of authority in Cialdini's book, let's go back and get Cialdini's book, okay? This book right here is where a lot of this was derived from. Robert Cialdini's book, Influence, talks about the law of reciprocity. That's one. We're giving away our best stuff for free. But the law of authority is also in here. You can't talk with question marks if you're trying to make something that is valuable, right? An offer that's valuable. You lose authoritativeness in your soul and then your voice. Then all of a sudden, it doesn't sound like the offer is valuable. That alone, your behaviors, your thoughts can diminish the value of the offer. So let's listen to where it ends up.
In your area while you're on the market, and it's going to be, I'll send it through the mail.
I'm not interested. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So I don't know whether or not, here's the problem. I don't know whether or not she could have won, but I have to go back and say, in that case, she's a little bit of the problem because of the things discussed, right? Maybe. So until you eliminate yourself as the potential problem, because if she went through this and she articulated the offer well, which would have been all 3 bullet points, okay? Now this is on Dave too, as the manager. He has to be sitting there with her each week, reading through the script, getting her attached to the offer, explaining to her how he will go out and add the customization to this in the field. She has to be attached to what she's trying to get to. So what's off about this is simple. It's just the details in the authoritative tone. You've got to know, one, and we've changed this because we've been listening to these consumers, what they want. These are pictures and details of properties that sold around you while you were on the market, straight from the MLS, just like realtors. That's authoritative. It's powerful. It's inside information. Organized for you, customized for you. We take the time to put it together. That's a big deal. So if you don't own that first beat, you can't get to the second. And also, there's a market update that will, and I've been tweaking the language here to be more authoritative, that will give you the exact statistics in the market right now and the trends. And so you can see how the market is affecting your value. You want to know how the market is? I'm not only going to show you that, but I'm going to show you how it's affecting your value, because you can see if the average price is going down. You can see if the days on market are going up. You can see how many properties are selling. Is that up or down? Those things are affecting your value. And lastly, we're going to give you the plan that we use and customize for our sellers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want to win based on what's selling around you, what's happening in the market? Follow these 7 steps. All of this is yours. But when she starts to in awe and double down on going back to the first piece, it sounds sloppy. So you can't eliminate her as the problem. And again, I'm a Nikki fan. I think she's good. But if you don't train on the words every week, and what I would recommend to telemarketers, if you're making calls before you meet with the team lead, you'll read through the script before you make the calls. Don't just go make them cold, okay? Because you're responsible for self-coaching your own brain. Train it with the words, listen to your own recordings, close the gap between the actual words and what you said, and you'll be successful. And then we'll know that this guy was or wasn't prospectable. We just don't know because it was too sloppy to say it wasn't our fault, okay? All right, Javelle, here we go. Let's just see what we got here. Javelle, you here? If I call your name and I'm looking at your calls, make sure you open up your mic and you jump on.
Hello?
Trevor?
Yeah,
This is Javelle calling from Jag Realty Group. I'm calling you because we spoke with you in the past and you indicated that you'd be moving in the next couple of months. So we have been sending you market updates and I want to ensure you're receiving them and you're still finding it helpful. May I confirm that you are?
not sure. I don't really. I guess.
Okay,
I
I
don't remember. Well, I don't know who you guys are, so.
Jag Realty Group.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting anything from you guys.
Okay, just to confirm your email is travismiller419@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's correct. It's something I don't check on a daily basis, so.
Check spam, check
Okay,
promotions
we'll
when it's
go ahead and
Gmail.
have that sent over to you, okay?
All right. That's fine.
Okay, so I understand that you had plans to sell. Now, if you don't mind me asking, it seems like a beautiful property. What has you thinking about making the move?
Well, what property are you referring to? Because I have multiple properties.
This is for 14545 Southeast Center Street in Portland.
Yes, because I have another property that I'll be moving into once we get construction on that house completed.
Okay, I understand. And go ahead.
Oh, no. You first.
Oh, okay. I was asking regards to your time frame.
Probably putting the house on the market in April.
Okay, April of next year. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you to sell, with 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest?
Well, I basically told you I'm putting it on the market probably in April. So, I mean, that's pretty direct on me being motivated to sell, I guess.
I understand. Now, seeing that because you're highly motivated, I'd be happy to have Jenny, just to come out, take a look, and provide a few insights. May I do that?
I guess. I mean, I don't like we're going to hopefully get the house we're currently doing done probably March. Well, I want to try to get it done in February. So then March to April, I'm going to be doing renovations in my house so I can sell it. Just because there's, small things that need to be done.
Okay,
But,
I understand.
if he wants to, I don't care.
Close it. Close it.
I have a set
Close
selling
it.
point I want to sell it at. So,
Okay.
Just
And
close
what's
it.
that selling point?
No, just close it.
450? Okay.
Just close it.
Okay, I can definitely make a note of that. And when would be a good time for Jenna to come and actually take a look and give you a few insights?
I don't really, my Mondays are pretty filled up. I don't know, just have her call me and then whatever she's available.
Okay. Yeah, enough of him. He's not the greatest avatar in the world, but an offer has been made. It has been accepted, albeit weakly and I'd rather have a hole in the head than have to deal with a guy like that, but it's a deal and she's effective. So it's just a matter of going back and understanding. She rushes a little bit about what the offer is to have Jenny get there, right? So my coaching to Josh will be work with Javal on really understanding the benefit of Jenny going, right? She has to understand that. And I don't know what it is with all these, insecure guys all of a sudden that we're listening to on the other end of the phone. I was pretty clear about that. My gosh, if you're a guy in this group and you talk to anybody like that, I will tase you, right? I mean, it's awful, right? But that's what you're dealing with. That's the reality of a male seller or buyer who just is right. Sounds like, a 14-year-old kid in a locker room. I've heard it a few times, right? So I think that's the point, is that she stays to the yellow brick formula and she stays inside the guardrails, albeit she bumps up against them a little bit and the offer's not there. But I like the little laugh that afterwards he said, I think April. Well, no, dude, it's November. April's a long way away. So we get that you're motivated. We're just saying, how motivated in April? You a 10, right? But I guess to list it, that's fine. We'll take it. But he doesn't have to go through all that. But she's getting there because why? The offer is good enough in spite of the avatar. I'm going to say it again. The offer is good enough in spite of the avatar she's talking to. Very important for you all to understand that. All right. All right. Next call for her.
Joan?
Yes.
This is Joelle calling from Jag Realty Group. I'm calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
Okay, we are not listing it at this point, but if you want to send me information, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. And now may I confirm that your best mailing address is 15710 Northwest Old Hills Drive in Beaverton?
Yes.
Okay, now are there any other decision makers who should receive this information?
No.
Okay, now when we take the time to customize the information for you, and I want to make sure it arrives, what's the best way to call you next week?
I don't want you calling me. I've got other things that are just important right now, and I'm waiting for a call. So if you can't deal by mail, just forget it. Goodbye.
Okay, now that's an interesting avatar because she sounds elderly and she sounds worked up. And so if she's asked for the medium of mail, then we'll go for it, right? Because what I would do is I would see that as a solvable. So telemarketers in this group, I understand that's a tricky one for you because you're not the decision maker. But what I would do with a call like that is I just let it go. It's not an insult. It's just you can tell she's elderly and she's waiting for something and she's anxious. You're dealing with a lot of people that are in heightened anxious states when they have a lot going on. And one of those things is potentially selling their property. So I think that's a solvable. So you leave it right where it is, and then you allow the benevolent Trojan horse, which is the package, to arrive at her house. It opens up, it articulates it. And I would give it enough time to arrive and read. In my experience, somebody who's elderly will consume that and it will change the relationship. You can put a little handwritten note. We understand that you're busy, so we did want to take the time to mail this. We'll call you to just make sure it arrived at some point in the near future. Thanks for your consideration. And then below that's the cover letter and the information, right? So all you can do. So to me, there's a solvable there. And what it means from a competitive standpoint is probably not a lot of people that are going to walk through a moment like that. Or if they do send something, it's just going to be, I call it vanity marketing, right? It's all about me. It's all about my resume. It's all about my testimonials. That's vanity marketing. This isn't. This is what to do without us. And it's helpful and it's interesting. And intellectual, academically oriented people have the time and will spend the time taking a look at it. Now, there are some really smart people that will just peruse it. So in marketing, it's called the dual path of readership. You want people to be able to skim this information to get the gist of what it is, to make a judgment on what you're all about. Are you professional or not? So there are some people that will skim it and they'll say, yeah, that was pretty good stuff. Okay, come over. So some people just cut to the chase. Some people completely consume it. So the information is designed to do both. So what Javal did with that call was identified somebody who I think is a solvable. And I would send the information and I would follow up. So I'll leave that at that. And then one more, let's see this one. Spoke with Tina. So, selling state, he was not receiving a mail, captures email. Okay, let's listen to this one. It sounds like similar to the other one. Let's see.
This is Javel calling from, this is Javel calling from Jag Realty Group. I'm calling you because we spoke with you in the past and you indicated that you'd be selling in the next couple of months.
Good.
So we have been sending you market updates and I want to ensure you're receiving them. May I confirm that you are?
I am not receiving them. You thought I was going to be selling?
Yes.
Okay, let me just put this in context. Josh has a big database where he used to have a lot of cold callers overseas, and they would call just a huge geography at speed, trying to create a lead from just geography. And I don't fully know where along the way we improved the offer to them, but what you can hear her doing is trying to anchor the old conversation and what she perceives the old offer to be, that we were giving market updates. So one of the things that I need to review with Josh is, what is the market update that you're referring to? Is it, and again, I'll try to be visual here for the call, is it a market update like this one that is a snapshot, right? Is it that one? And if not, is it sold information from MLS that's coming to them? Because what you need to do is you need to pay attention. Did you just see that, by the way?
No, we didn't.
Sorry, I hit my camera by accident. Is that the market update you're referring to? Because that's pretty simple one, to describe to this guy. Well, it's a one pager and it gives you the ups and downs of the marketplace and what's happening. That's one. But the other one would be more so from MLS updates. So what she's saying is not specific enough. And you can hear it in two of these calls. Now, the good news is for Josh, she's getting some of these people that are in his database, but we have to go back and we have to understand and help Javel understand what is the offer that was originally made. So when you call to see if they're getting it, you reiterate it. Anytime you're going back in the past, hey, it's been a couple of years back, but you asked for a cash offer. This is something that I was dealing with Kyle Jones and I was dealing with Adam Kuchuk, and we're going back. They have their telemarketers calling back into older piles of leads. Well, you have to go back and reiterate what the original offer was that got them, and see if that's still important to them, because times change. Cash offer, Alexis will tell you right away, that's a big challenge. You're calling back into an old cash offer. Well, cash offers are typically made, and in the heat of the moment, emotionally, somebody wants a cash offer. Well, over time, it's either already been done by somebody else, or they're just not that interested in anymore, or you get lucky and someone might still be. So you have to understand, when you send a telemarketer into a pile of leads, they have to understand the original offer. And if you have a better one, they can remake it. Because Javal's getting information here. Let's listen to where it goes.
We spoke in the past and you said that you'll be selling in a couple of months.
I think somebody was confused.
Okay, so you're not interested in selling a land or property?
Not at this time.
Okay, would it be something you may consider doing within a year from now?
Possibly.
Good. Excellent. She stays in the
Okay,
lane.
you said that you weren't receiving our market updates, so what I was going to do, I'm going to go ahead and have those sent to you and just to give a call back to check in, okay?
Okay.
She's rushing the offer, so the value goes down. So we've heard a couple of things where we can lessen the value of an offer today, okay? One is saying it too quickly. The other is not really believing in it. So those are value issues. We take good offers and we bring them down because this is a good offer. If I want to bring somebody value that's thinking about selling their house, I want to get them market updates and I want to get them properties that sold. But you don't hear that in here. So all we have to do, because she's being effective, she knows enough from the training here on Fridays. She knows enough to be inside the guardrails of what is valuable. So she gets them to a point to accept it. Because why? She requalifies his timing because his perception is, do you mean right now? Leave me alone. I'm not. No, what about inside the next year? Because that's one of our prospect, parameters. She's not saying that obviously, but that's what she knows. So she reframes it inside a year. He says, maybe. Okay, good. Let's see where it goes.
Okay, what would be your best email address?
Let me just pause that for a sec.
T6. The number 6
Okay,
at gmail.com.
okay, so that's Dina dot Mary 6 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that information. Okay, so I'll just give a call.
Okay, tip for all of you, okay? Whether it's online for my RCW members or offline, for telemarketing. If it's a Gmail especially, or everything, just say, make sure you check your spam file for the first one. And if you know where it's coming from, you can give them a heads up. Let's slow this down a little bit because on Gmail, if you use Gmail, which a lot of people do, sometimes the inbound stuff from us can end up in their promotions or spam file. Just give them a heads up to look in there and drag it to their inbox so it doesn't get lost. Again, don't be afraid to do that because they've either accepted the value of your offer or not. And so you have to teach them how to behave, to receive it and to keep it and to protect it so it continues to come. Let's keep listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Okay, so not bad, but she rushes. So he accepts the offer. She sets it up. She's going to check in, but now what? She has him. And as you can hear, because she has a professional context to keep him in the lanes, he softens. I use the word solvable. He starts to become somebody who might allow you to help him solve his problems. So he becomes solvable. Because a lot of times the resistance of the potential prospect is the problem. So if you make a good offer, that softens them. If they accept it, it softens them more. If you confirm you're going to follow up and they accept that, it softens them more. By the way, why were you thinking about selling it? Maybe he softened himself so much that he'll answer that because you need to know that. You need to know that. Otherwise, you're rushing through this in the perception of success is, well, he accepted the offer. Yes, but they're accepting one offer so that they'll give us information so we can make another offer if it's appropriate. So we have this tree system that we're trying to follow, right? It's a branch. So I make an offer of information. I confirm that it's going to be accepted. I confirm how it will be delivered. I tell them how to consume it. Now, by the way, why are you thinking about doing it? Because if it's a big reason, I'm probably going to offer, in addition to the package, a visit. If I have to downsell from there, I might do a Zoom. I might do a telephone call. When I call back in the future and he gets it, I might add something to it digitally. And if he blows me off on all of it, I'm going to give him an offer to get out of my list. Okay? Very important distinction we're making this week. Let's go on to the next one. But very good. I mean, she's trying to clean up a database issue for Josh. Now Josh and I have some meat to deal with, right? Very good. Javal, you on here today? Didn't sound like it. Ashley, do we know where Javal is? If Ashley's here. Okay. You're all muted. Remember that. All right, I'm going to keep moving on, but if Ashley's here, she's up next. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, Devin.
Yes.
Okay, come on now. Athletically ready. 7 seconds to say hello. Got to be athletically ready.
This is Ashley with California Platinum Realty. I'm calling because I want to thank you for using our website, calihomeinfo.com, to look for properties online. I want to ensure that we're sending you the type of properties that you want to see. I see that we're sending you properties in the Hidden Hills area in the price range of $10 million. Is that correct?
Yes.
Great. Is there any other criteria that you'd like for me to add?
No.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'll check in with you to ensure that the current listings are coming in. Also, I'd like to send you some information that will help you buy your home in your best price range. Can you confirm with me that your best email address is DEAVENWALKER100404@gmail.com?
Yes.
Okay, and can I confirm your best mailing address?
Could you say it again?
Can I also confirm your best mailing address?
Well, I don't stay at any house for long enough. Right now, it will be 1506.
Okay, hang on while we get through the address.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
4850. All right, thank you. Well, we take the time to customize the information for you, and I want to ensure that it arrives. Can you provide me the best date and time next week to follow up with you?
I work every day, so
So would
honestly,
you say I can
it'll
try
be
you next week, same time?
anytime, to be honest. If I'm not in a meeting, I'll answer. If not, I'll probably even call back.
All right, not a problem. Being that I get you this time, this week, I'll try giving you a call back next week, same time.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, but while I have you, Devin, these are some beautiful properties that we're sending to you. Why are you thinking about buying?
I'm not looking to buy. My parents are.
Your parents are?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
still going to look for a house.
Not, and why are they thinking about buying?
Because we have family out there and doing about another house. That's the only part I know.
Okay, interesting. And is there a way that I'm able to speak with them directly so we can get an input of what exactly it is that they're wanting?
I don't know. They work also, but next time you call from around them, I'll just send them the phone.
Okay, not a problem. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated would you say they are to buy? 1 being the lowest, 10 the highest.
Right now, this year, probably like a 5.
5? And why so low? Why not a 9 or 10?
Because they're just looking to move in the next couple of years. We're not looking to move like right away.
Okay, so their time frame is in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is check in with you.
Okay, so she's excellent at, being trained, being coached. She stays very nicely in there. I know this is a hard job when you're telemarketing. You're dialing, nobody answers, but you got to be ready when you're doing a shift to try to be ready in that opening. She gets away with it. It's not a problem, and this is very efficient. This call. 3 minutes and 38 seconds on the buy side for Fahad. She gets all the way down the end. But what happens in the end is everything. So in the last 10, 15 seconds, she gets down to, this weird spot. Well, if I'm with them, I'll hand it to them. Well, why don't you just give me their names and numbers? That's what I'm sitting here thinking. Because he's not the decision maker. He's just a guide. And it's not like he's a firm guide at that either. So I would have just asked, do you mind giving me their names and numbers? I'll just call them directly and I'll see if I can't get this stuff to them too. That's it. Right? So that's the only advice I can give there. It's excellent. And she gets everything I need to know. He's not the decision maker. So why am I following up with him? That the chance that he's standing next to his parents sounds cuckoo to me, right? So I go back and clean that one up next time by just saying, what's their name and number? Because maybe they feel differently than he does, right? Maybe because it's not him, so he's not motivated necessarily to even get into it about them or for them. Okay, next one. Here we go.
Hello, Hopeful Healthcare Services. How can I help you?
I'm calling to speak with Beatrice.
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, Beatrice. This is Ashley with the Silver Group. I'm calling because I want to thank you for using our website, searchbethesdahomes.com, to look for properties online. I want to ensure that we're sending you the type of properties that you want to see. I see that we're sending you properties in the Potomac area, the price range of $4.9 million. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Great. Is there any other criteria that you'd like to add?
No, that's fine.
Okay, well, I'll check in with you to ensure that the current listings are coming in. Also, I'd like to send you some information that will help you buy your home in your best price range. Can you confirm with me that your best email is mogbadunla_1999@yahoo.com?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Well, we take the time to customize the information and I want to ensure that it arrives. Can you provide me the best day and time next week to follow up with you?
Same time.
Same day, same time, next week, Thursday, same time?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And while I have you, Beatrice, these are some beautiful properties that we're sending to you. Why are you thinking about buying?
Say that again.
These are some beautiful properties that we're sending to you. Why are you thinking about buying?
Yeah, because I want to relocate.
Okay, you want to relocate. And where are you relocating from?
Good. Good.
I'm in Maryland. I just want to relocate to another place.
Good.
Okay, not a problem. Interested. Okay, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated would you say you are to buy? 1 being the lowest and the highest.
Say that again.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated would you say you are to buy? 1 being the lowest, 10 the highest.
8.
Good.
An 8. So why so low? Why not a 9 or 10?
8 for now.
8 for now.
Good. Accept it.
So what
Move.
time frame do you have in mind to buy?
Huh?
What time frame do you have in mind to buy?
As soon as I see something that I'm comfortable with.
As soon as you see something that you're comfortable with.
Good.
All right. And so I'm going to follow up with you next week, Thursday, just to ensure that you're receiving the current listings. And then if it is that you see something that you like, we can have a discussion around it. And then we can set up a call with my broker, Lee, and he can give you some of his early favorites just to get you the best buy. How does that sound?
Great.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, well done. Just in the end, not some of his early favorites. You could show her Lee could show her some of her early favorites, right? Ashley, you with me today? If you are, you have to unmute me.
This is Tracy. Yeah, she's not on today.
Okay. All right. So, Tracy, that was pretty good. You know what I mean? I mean, that's pretty dang good. There's not much you could do. And the other one was
Hey,
for,
Dan.
yeah, go ahead, Lee.
The only other thing I would have liked to have done is get a range just to confirm the price range.
In the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning, because,
Yep. Well, just slow her down, Lee. I think that's what happens to everybody. They get on, in a nice little rhythm with somebody and they rush the concierge moment up front. So the give in this case is, are we sending you the right stuff? Can we add any criteria? So if it's not explicitly stated about the price, you should put it in there, right?
Yeah, just to have a range because,
Yep,
you
agreed.
could be looking at 4 million to 10 million
No,
or
and-
400,000 to a million.
And Lee, if you send the package of information to her and you don't send her solds in her real price range, the package arrives after all that work and it falls flat. So there's why you're spot on, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Bravo, though. I mean, you've really helped her between you and Tracy come a long way, right? Very, very, very good. All right, yeah, you're welcome. For Alan, here we go. This is Ashley for Alan.
This is Josh.
Hi, Joshua. This is Ashley with allensluxuryhome.com. I'm calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
Sure.
Good.
Great. May I confirm that your best mailing address is
Sure, that's correct.
And is there any other decision maker that should receive this information?
I'm sorry?
Are there any other decision maker that should receive this information?
No, just me.
All right. Thank you for that information. Well, we take the time to customize the information for you, and I wanted to make sure that it arrives. Can you provide me with the best day next week to follow up with you?
I'm sorry, I don't really know what this is about. I don't know what you're providing me.
Okay, well, I'm sending you the latest market update so you know how the current trends are affecting.
Okay, flip that, guys. Latest script goes right into the pictures and details that sold around her. Okay, because you can see he's getting a little edgy. So give them what they want first, and then the market update. Okay, so that's just so you know, Trace. That script's a little bit older. Okay, flip flop those.
We actually did switch. We switched it so that they talk about the properties first,
Good.
and we actually already sent it to Squid Pixels, and so we're good to go with that.
Good.
I sent it to our new telemarketer, but I didn't send it to Ashley, so
Okay.
my fault on
Yeah,
that.
well, that's good. That's why we're here. That's okay. It's not wrong.
Okay.
It's just better, right? Let's
Yeah,
keep.
I'll make sure she gets that.
Good. Thanks.
In your market. I'm also sending you the pictures and details of the properties that sold around you straight from the multiple listing service, just like Research. And I'm also sending you a copy of our seller plan that we customize for.
Sure. Then early next week would be great.
Good. See? See? Even when they're tough, if you can articulate the benefits of this offer because he challenges you, some people will just take the offer as is, but some people will challenge you to go deeper. And if you own it like Ashley does right there and you stay inside the words, that's how powerful it is. The way she articulates it solves his edginess. Period. Paragraph. You heard it for yourself. That's like I get enthusiastic about this when somebody does it the way we train them to do it. It works even in the edgiest things. In that case, call me hen, right? Because he hears what's in it for him. And that's why I have that slight tweak. If they hear the pictures and details of properties that sold around you, that's the thing that they really lean in on. Because that's the insider information that is organized for them to say, here's what went when you didn't. Who doesn't want to know that if they're serious about selling, right? Nobody does that service. So let's keep going.
Okay, so would you say next week, Monday?
That would be fine.
Okay, and what time of the day are you mostly available next week, Monday?
Middle of the day.
The middle of the day, so would you say around 12 p.m.?
Yes.
All right. Well, great. I'll call you then to make sure the information arrives. By the way, while I have you, it looks like a beautiful property. Why are you trying to sell it?
I'm trying to take advantage of the hot market, but it's a rental property, so I am okay with renting it.
You're currently renting?
By the way, that's why he's a little edgy. He's an investor. So this is all business. There's no emotion attached to it as much as there would be for a homeowner. So just accept that. Here we go.
It's an investment property. I rent it out to tenants for passive income. So I'm okay with keeping it as a rental, which is why I didn't keep it on the market very long.
Okay, understand. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you to sell it?
5.
5, why so low? Why not a 9 or 10?
Because I'm okay with renting it.
All right, well, I'll follow up with you.
Yeah, good time to pull the parachute and bail out, because he's only going to get a little bit more edgy. And it's just one of those things where I think, Lee and Tracy, she brings it to you and said, I did everything I could on this one to bring it to a conclusion, including when he started to get a little bit more agitated in the end it, right? End it. Now, we did say we would fulfill. So my feeling is you should fulfill the offer. But, Lee, you might make the next call because he's edgy. Just say, I know you were talking to Ashley. We sent this thing out to you. You might just step in and take it over and make a quick kill or a quick close. Because if you put her back on the phone, she's now beyond her capability with a person like that. So that's where I think we all have to be in that balance between, okay, Kathy, you've done the best one you could on this. Just get me, tell me when that guy's due. I'll call him. Right. And I think that's where you're at.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also think that Tracy could have handled that too on a quick follow-up call if I can't do it right away.
Sure. And any proxy, because we're going from remote worker to local worker who can go a little bit deeper. So I don't disagree. Okay, Lily and Dean, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Nielsen.
Yes.
My name is Lily. I'm calling from the Beacon Realty Group. I'm calling because I saw your beautiful home online and I noticed that it didn't sell. And I wanted to send you out information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
We have another realtor lined up already. Thank you, though.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why he would want me to hear that, Lily, because you did just fine. So
because he wants me to maybe still try and
hell no.
sway.
Hell no. You're wasting your time. Hell no.
Oh.
Is he on with us today?
He left about 5 minutes
Okay,
ago.
tell him I said hell no. Why would you go fight when there's no resistance on other people out there? My recommendation for Kathy, if that's Kathy sitting here giving me that one, is do not waste another ounce of time. She was very adamant about having somebody else. So that's like staring at Mount Everest versus sliding down a greased skid, track on somebody who's willing to accept you. She cut you off hard. What would you say?
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Like, what would he want you to do? Like get in a fist fight with the lady? Nah.
Not an avatar client either.
Exactly. The minute she pushes back, no, it's a waste of time. No. And I'll tell
the next one you're going to listen to, he goes along with it. He agrees to everything. And then his very last statement is, don't send me anything.
Okay, Lily, I don't see another one from you. I only only got that one. If you want to send it, if you have it, go ahead. I'm going to take a few more though, but just tell me when you send it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Michelle.
Hello.
Don?
Yes.
This is Michelle, and I'm with Cantu Group Real Estate Team. I am calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that you canceled that listing. I would like to send you some information that'll help you sell it the next time. May I do that?
Actually, what I'm doing is the person I had signed with left the realtor that he was with. He's moving on to the next one, and we're actually re-signing today.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next. Same thing. Next. Has a realtor.
So he doesn't sell.
Yeah. He told you to call him this week if he's already re-signing?
No, he told me that he's giving them 2 weeks, the broker that he's currently using, and if that doesn't sell, then to get in touch with them.
2 weeks. Doesn't sound like the avatar, right? Go for it. But how long was he on before with the realtor?
That I don't know.
Yeah. Look, I know it doesn't sound, I don't know. I move off of it because there's nothing really to coach you on at the moment there. Let's go to the next one.
Hello.
Cody?
Yep.
Hi, Cody. My name is Michelle, and I'm with Cantu Group Real Estate Team. I'm calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that you canceled that listing. I'd like to send you some information that'll help you sell it the next time. May I do that?
No.
No. Did your plans change?
Sorry?
Your plans changed?
All you're gonna tell me is to lower the price, so unless it's something other than telling me to lower the price, I'm not interested. That's really
Well,
the
the package,
only
the
thing that
information-
the real estate agents just tell me is lower the price. So I'm good. No, thank you.
Yeah, okay. You're not the avatar. Next. God doesn't want to listen. And solving him is a lot harder than solving somebody else because he's right. He's got the wrong price. I'll guarantee you that the 99% of the people that you're going to talk to, Michelle, have the wrong price as part of what's wrong. It's not always the only issue, but it's part of it, right? Michelle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So no big coachable moments in these because you're good. I mean,
sent you a third one that is coachable, that has a little bit more substance to it after that.
yep. Got it. Here we go.
Hello? Margaret? Yes. Hi, Margaret. My name is Michelle, and I'm with Cantu Group Real Estate Team. I am calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that you canceled that listing. I'd like to send you some information that will help you sell it the next time. May I do that?
Well, I'm trying to think of what might help me sell it. The market changing would help me sell it. I'm not sure you can manage that. So, I mean, fine to send me something, but I'm probably not going to sell until spring. So, the listing, I still want to sell it, but I'm probably going to wait until January, February to sell it. So, but if you want to send me something, that'd be fine.
Absolutely. We'll get you a package sent over. It's going to have pictures and details of properties that were sold around you that you were competing with, and also sending you pictures and details of properties that,
Yeah. I have all that information already. My realtor has kept me very informed on a weekly basis. So if that's what you're sending, I would say just save the time. So, but again,
will there be loyalty to that current agent?
I don't know. I've bought and sold with her 5 times before. She knows the property very well. So she is definitely going to be considered. We may choose another realtor, but that's somebody that my boyfriend already knows. So, I mean, we pretty much have a realtor already lined up. So, my reason for answering your call was just to let you know that it's going to come back on the market.
Yeah. Okay. Non-avatar again. So it's just, you have to decide. I think it's tough to move on. Right. So
Yeah, I did get her the package accepted.
yeah, I know. And maybe it's just not a high probability thing in lieu of somebody else that would accept it. Right. So it's a real slippery slope here. I know you and Lily and everybody else that brings something like that is good enough to fight for it. I know that you're going to tell me, but then a call went on. I know. I get it. I know who you are. I know how good you are. And I know how good the offer is. And I know how obnoxious people can be when they first meet you because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Right? They just don't. So Lee is the one that keeps us honest in this group by always saying, not the avatar, not the avatar, not the avatar. I'm the one that keeps us honest by saying, don't bloat your database, don't bloat your database, don't bloat your database. So between those two things, you have to understand that there are enough people that actually want the help. They don't have a relationship like that, right? So you're not going, and I made the mistake recently. Kathy got me into a house where there was a relationship, and I have to teach Kathy, dig in deeper, find out how they are. I mean, I don't need to go out and be somebody's second cello, right? I don't need to do that. So, and I just thought the information was a little bit lost on the lady too. So it was a non-avatar. So between Kathy and I, we wasted our time. I'm not so sure how much value we really added to the lady's life because she was already down the road with somebody else. So there's an example of us doing it too. So it gets a little cringy when you think about, don't get desperate. Stay firm. There are a gajillion. By the way, I wanted to mention this. We discovered this today. Laura did a little research. All my team leads listen to me say this, okay? All my team leads, all my chief marketing officers listen to me say this. People are starting to cancel, agents are canceling listings rather than letting them go expired. And your service that pulls you in expireds may not deliver you cancels. Okay. So we just found a humongous pile of cancels that all happen on one day. That's not a normal phenomenon. So they were to expire and they were canceled instead. And they're sitting there in the database, right? And you're only seeing this. So you better go check the cancel pile, because what I just noticed is that listening to Michelle, she's calling and referencing canceled listings, okay? So you better check where you're sourcing these. Where do you guys source them, Michelle?
Vulcan.
Yeah, okay. You get cancels out of Vulcan?
Yep.
Okay. So Laura's not on. I'm going to double check on that. Okay, good. That was good. But, you know, yeah, you're welcome. All right, Bambi. Here's Joel's.
Hello, Malcolm. Yes. Hi, this is Joel calling from Brothers Real Estate Group. I'm actually calling because I saw your beautiful home online and I noticed that it was sell. But I think that's to send you some information that will help you sell it next time. Can I go ahead and do that? No, I'm fine. Did you decide not to sell anymore? I'm not sure yet. Okay, yeah, I could definitely, just send you a package. It'd definitely be free. It'll just include pictures and details of the property that's sold around you. And it would also include like the latest market updates. You know how the current trends are affecting your market value. Then I'd also be showing you a copy of our seller plan that is customized specifically for our clients. I think I'm okay.
Okay, good. Good job, Joel. I mean, you fight for the offer, you go give the offer again, and he rejects it again. Move on. But very good in fighting. Yeah, very good in fighting for it. I like that. You didn't let him steamroll you. You went back and you rattled it off. Just watch that law of authority in your chest. I recommend for you go get a copy of this book, Joel. Okay, Influence. Go get a copy of this book and read it or listen to it. Either way. All right. Because then you'll understand. Yeah, then you'll understand the law of reciprocity as it relates to this better. You'll understand the law of authority as it relates, better. You're a likable character, so that's a law too. Just your tone of your voice is very likable. So there's a lot going on here that's good. And it's just we can't hammer a square into a round peg, right?
Sounds good.
Good job. Hey guys, somebody's got an open mic here. Hang on, yikes. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So very good, very good, very good. Let's go back. Lily, I'm going to come back to you right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Lily. I'm calling from the Beacon Realty Group. Is this Hassan?
It's not for sale anymore.
Did you take it off the market?
Yes,
Okay. Are you still planning on selling in the future?
maybe next summer.
Okay. Well, I'd love to send you out some information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. It's a packet of information that we'll send you that has the market listings of the homes around you, as well as some information on your home.
No, you don't.
Okay. It gets really sloppy fast, Lily. So tell me what happens in the beginning. How do you get off track here? Lily, you muted? Can you guys hear me? Lily, you muted. Lily, you muted. You have to unmute me. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, got you now. Go ahead.
Okay. I honestly, I don't know. It just got really messy. And I
Yeah.
have the script in front of me.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, there's nothing you can do other than go back and listen to this one, have the script in front of you, listen to it with Dean, and just, I mean, these are the things that happen. We go outside of it. So whether it's not in the beginning being athletically ready to make that call, And you can see what happens is it's almost like you're playing catch up because you didn't start right. And you feel obligated to go back and articulate the offer. And the offer really gets messed up. Homes around you is not a list of properties with pictures and details of homes that sold around you while you're on the market, right? It's not that. It's just the words are very different. And these people only have the auditory ability to make judgment on the value of your offer. So by having it not be specific, its values going like this, and especially the place you're calling into, that crowd's not too forgiving, right?
Yeah.
So good. So just, I'd go back and listen to it myself with the, script in my hands and try to figure it out. All right, let's see. Shauna.
Hello?
Yes, Ardiana?
No, this is not Ardiana.
Is this Nadu?
Yes.
Nadu. My name is Donna. I'm calling from Van Dyke Realty. I'm calling because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information that would help you sell it next time. May I do that?
I'm driving right now, but you know better than me. It's not a good time right now. Nobody wants to buy. Interest rates are so high. I want to sell my house, but I don't want some people to go and to come to my house and tell me how much I have to sell it.
Okay. What I'd be sending you are the pictures and details of the properties that sold around you, straight from the multiple listing service, just like realtors. And then we'd be sending you the, we would send it in the mail. We would send it in the mail.
So when that property was sold?
We would send you when your house was on the market.
No. Tell straight. I'm asking you straight ahead. When that property sold? Last week? 2 weeks ago? A month ago? Or last year?
Right. Current updates.
Current update.
Yeah.
When you say current, what means that? Last week? 2 weeks ago?
This week. Yeah.
This week. And how much was that? How long that property was listed and how much was listed?
Right. All that information would be included in the package of information that we send to you.
Good.
We would also send you the latest market updates so you know how the current trends are affecting your market value.
Good.
Yeah, but the things you're going to send me in the mail, I don't know how I'm going to select these things because so many things come to the mail. I don't read it. I just throw it away.
Oh, no. This comes in a FedEx package. It's customized especially for you.
Donna.
And I just want to make sure it arrives to you on time and confirm your address. We'll give you a call back.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Do you know how much was my property for sale in May? In June? Let's call it June.
Yes. Yeah.
You know that?
Yes, we do.
Are you thinking I'm going to go down from that amount?
Okay. I'm going to stop it. I just think you're good. And what you're doing here is good. And I just think he's not the avatar. I mean, it's just this massive argument from day one. I don't think Grant needs to be in a house with this guy. Could he be solvable?
He actually calmed down after a while.
I'm sure, but it's a weird theme today. I know you're good enough, but I mean, of all your calls, why did this one get sent to me?
I wanted it sent along because she was able to tame this guy.
Yeah, good. But do you want to? Are you going there? Are you going to go see this guy? How much is this guy? I mean, look at man. I'm telling you, here's the good. Donna's going to get you plenty of yeses right now. She's very good.
Yeah, so, and I do plan on going. He's 1-1 close to our office.
Yeah,
20 minutes away. So
good.
So plenty around there.
Good. I just didn't need to listen to it anymore. She's good. So these are business decisions for all of you to make with your telemarketers, right? These are business decisions. If she gets through to him, gets a package, gets you out there, it's in your wheelhouse. I might make that decision in the Back Bay that sure, I'll take a shot at solving him because that's where I want to be. Right. So I think this is not so much to coach Donna in this moment. It's more so to coach you to say, she's going to be good enough to overcome this. So is Lily. Lily's going to get beyond stuff. Every woman in this group that is in here, and now Joel and Russell for the guys, they're good enough to come through this stuff and well-trained enough to make the offer and get the thing out there and listen to this guy just go on and on and on, right? But you have to imagine yourself taking this listing and then having Shauna listen to this next, right? So you better make a clear decision whether he comes way down because he's already resisting on price. And there has been a price, shift. And he's going to have to suck it up and deal with that. That's why he's not sold. Anything with the right price gets offers and sells eventually. It's just a matter of whether we can get the person into that spot by making them feel they weren't taken advantage of. So he's just like Donna does a good job. Educate Donna a little bit more, right? Just say, we send you the most recent solds that are in your price range and in the area so you can see what the money's buying. We know it's not like your property, but we're just showing you that things sell no matter what the market's doing. This is the first step, is to get you the information. You do with what you want, but it is helpful to you. So all this perception that buyers that have this misperception that you can't get a deal right now, the interest rates, yes, you can. You can get a smoking good price versus 12 months ago. Yes, you pay it more, but Paul was just doing it with the Seattle Griffins where he was showing them the reciprocal relationship between interest rates and price. They go up, price comes down, right? Inverse relationship. One goes up, one comes down. Just why the Fed's raising their Fed funds rate. So it echo effects into all these other, mortgage rates, which will go up and cool the market down. That's the point. So for a buyer, there's a great deal. For a seller, the good news is it's still like if your inventory is good and it's priced well, there is still every day have to buy buyers, want to buy buyers. And if your thing is priced right, staged right, marketed right, then you've got a high probability to sell it. But why are you doing it in the first place? Why are you ranting? Why are you even on this phone ranting and raving? What are you so worked up about? That's where I start to question the intellectual maturity of the avatar. And it becomes a big deal. My favorite clients, and several of them I have right now, I want to work extra hard for them because they engage in intellectual conversation about what's actually happening, not what they perceive. Some of them, they're stubborn about what they're going to get, and I'm close. As long as I'm close and I'm getting offers and we keep working, try to close the gap, great, we have a reasonable chance. But this is more a business decision for you, not a Donna thing. Donna's good.
Well, here's the thing with that. He actually asked for an appointment with Grant.
Yep.
And we did set up the appointment, but I figured Grant would have to make that decision because he will be a difficult person to deal with.
Totally. So you're actually, and Donna, I can't coach you more than just some tweaking on this one, which would be know a little bit better how to defend the high D, right?
Right.
Just a little bit. You did it. You stayed right inside the formula, but you didn't quite really know the answer was my takeaway for you, right?
Yeah.
So work with Grant to know the answer. Take this call as a really good coachable. Sit there with the package with Grant and say, Grant, when you put together a package, how recently do you go back? What specifically does this look like? You just got an opportunity to learn and be coached on more meaningful, deeper specifics. Learn them.
Right.
Because your patience was excellent. I mean, really good. And you just stuck with it. I'd know the offer a little bit better. And Grant and Shauna and Donna and everybody else in the call, go to the pictures and details of properties first, not the market update. And be a little bit more specific, I think, is what we're going to have to learn next about the market update. It's going to show you very specific statistics about what's happening right now for the direction of the marketplace that affects your value, buyer or seller. So I think what we're being pressed on by this economy is to sharpen our words to be even more specific, right? So I'd get into this, but I thought for where you are in your development and what you know, this was very good. But you're right, Donna. Now you serve up this raving lunatic to Grant, even though it's his geography and it's his price range. I think it's good practice for Grant to go out there anyway. And maybe he sees, oh, Danny, it turns out great job by Donna because it's in my geography, it's in my price range. And he was way better face to face once he really calmed down. That could very well be the outcome. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And that's what I'm willing to gamble there. And the other thing that we didn't tell you, Sean and I were going to look at the numbers. If he's grossly off in the list price, he'll probably get a call that says, we're going to mail the information out to you. You know, I won't go out there if he's way off.
Yeah.
But I don't think he is.
I got a guy that Sherry found me in my wheelhouse, Beacon Hill, right around the corner. And I like him. He's a good guy. And I went and I took the shot, you know, to see. And when I left, I'm like, meh. Yeah. You know, $2 million. And when I look at 1.6 and you're getting blown away by the aesthetic, I'm like, meh, I got to put my energy somewhere else. Right. So I think you're going to have to make those business decisions in a market like this. Be judicious. Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah. Great job though, gang. Great job. All right, Eva.
Hello.
Hi.
So I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Fire away.
Okay, so when you're talking about bloating the database, right? So when I'm taking somebody that says somebody's not home and I want to call them back at a different time frame, I put them underneath prospects. That's the only way to get them off my call or my dialer.
Yeah.
Is there a way to separate those so it's not really bloating up my prospect list?
That's a great question. We're actually dealing with that in our office this week. I felt like we're making too many soft prospects, and I'm turning you all loose to be a little bit more aggressive. In like if they're that aggressive and you can't overcome the obstacles that Donna just did, just say, would you prefer that I didn't send information and just took you off our list? I don't think you should be afraid to do that. I don't know what circumstances you're asking me that under, and I know Gail's been away and then sick, so I haven't had a chance to visit with her in quite a few weeks. I think it's also a little bit of a business decision before you do the kick out type of conversation. But I don't have time to do all three of these. Is there one that would give us that scenario that I could deal with?
No. Most of the calls I got this week were because I start at 3. Most of them I've already gotten a lot of calls from other real estate agents, which happens, or people calling. So they weren't very receptive to be on the phone last week, which happens. And I had a few people that already sold their homes, which is good. Homes are selling. I had 2 of those.
Yeah. All right. Well, just make sure though, that it's not you that's the problem, which I don't think it is. I think you know how to make the offer. Like I said, you could go back to speeding up everything a wee bit because you became so deliberate because you were stumbling and word whiskering, right?
Right.
But I wanted to, so we'll skip these calls this week. Go get me something where you go a little bit faster and you get the offer out. I want you to write the word everybody, not just you, Eva. Write the word offer down and really just make sure that you got it out before they have the chance to say that. And I know you're in a place where people are the smartest people in the world, according to them. So, I get it.
One other question I have, you were talking about, prospector and concierge. And so when people are asking me, where I'm calling from, is it a good idea to say my title, to them?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you need authority, you need a good title, no doubt.
Okay.
Good.
All right. That's why. Okay. Good. That's what I was thinking
so
about.
Last week, good. So let's go back to working a little bit on the offer then, and let's see. Let's make sure it's not an issue. Okay. And remember, I want you to finish that first beat very well anyway, and let the marketing and the direct mail marketing do its thing.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Good.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All right. Irina, here we go. I'm going to take one of these.
Hello.
Hi, Lester.
Yes.
Hi, this is Perry Nora, and I'm with an out-of-Terraport Realty team, and I'm calling because I saw your beautiful home online. Noticed that it didn't sell, so I'd like to send you some information that would help you sell it next time. May I do that?
I'm working with the realtor already.
Well, are you open to a second opinion?
At this point, not so much. I got, I have a contract pending, actually.
Okay, next. Good job. I thought it was good. We're running into a lot of this, so let's just skip those people.
Hello?
Hi, Sunil.
Speaking.
Hi, Sunil. This is Tarina. I'm with the United Terrapure Realty team, and I'm calling because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information that would help you sell it next time. May I do that?
No, actually, I took it off because I changed my plans. I don't want to sell that anymore. I'm staying there. That's the reason I took it off. Otherwise, I already have a couple of offers.
Okay. Well, let me ask
Yes.
you, do you plan on selling in the next year?
Not really.
Okay, next. You know, just two guys that aren't Avatar. You did fine. I like your pace. You're not defensive sounding this week. Good job. But there's not much meat there.
We had a question.
Yeah.
Sarah, are you in here? Oh, well. Okay. She's supposed to be in here.
What's the question? Tell me the question.
Well, we went over the script together.
Yeah.
And we got to the last part, going to the second beat, and she said she was I think she said a 6 on selling, something like that. And but she yet turned around and said if she got the right price to sell, then she would. And that kind of conflicted with me.
Yeah.
Going into sales mode at
Yeah,
that point.
good. Well, it didn't conflict. Move on up. So, say, so if you could get, you reframe it. So if you could get your right price, would you be a 9 to 10? Right?
No, I had already gotten down to where she agreed to having the packet sent to her.
Okay.
And I went in. I would go into sales mode trying to get the appointment.
Okay. Good.
She
I
got a good price or no?
What's that? Yeah. Good. So can Anita get her the price? She won't know unless she gets in and takes a look at it.
Okay.
So did you close?
I wanted to know if that's something I could have done to rebuttal her, because I would have done that.
Yeah, sure. I would reframe it. So if Anita could get you the price that you're looking for, what motivation would you be? Wonderful. Since you're so high at that number, why don't I book a time for Anita to come over and take a look at it, and she'll tell you whether she thinks she can get it or not. Period.
Oh no, keep in mind she said she was a 6.
No. You're not listening to me. So I'll slow it down. I asked you to reframe it. So I heard you just say, if you could get your price, you would be more motivated than a 6. Is that right?
Gotcha.
Okay.
I like that.
See what I mean? You just reframe it because you caught her and she started to open up. So sometimes people say things unconsciously in a defense mechanism because they don't know you and they're defensive or they're emotional. Pick one, right? They're going to push back. So they do. Now you're a pro, you hear this and your brain says, go into sales mode and close for the appointment. But you have to reframe it first. Say, wait a minute. I just heard you say that if we could get you your price or Anita could get you your price, you'd be more motivated than a 6. Is that right? So have her co-create it because she said it, but she might not be conscious that she said it. So if you get your price, would you be a 9 to 10? Well, in that case, since you would be, the easiest thing I could do is have Anita come see you, take a look at it, and tell you whether she thinks she could get your price. And I'll guarantee you one thing, she'll leave you with all sorts of her insights for free. So you won't be left worse than we found you. Right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
That sounds good.
So just learn because you're at that pro level here where a lot of what we coach you on is in the second beat, right? Sometimes you're so feisty, you can sound a little bit defensive when they push back. Oh, I got a realtor. Just be careful. In this one, it was like, well, you're not open to a second opinion, right? Right? Be careful of that voice that comes out in you. Say, inflect. What I would do if I were you is I would inflect upwards, or at least authoritatively, not downwards and angry. Be careful.
Well, I didn't.
I know you don't. I'm not. It's not accusatory.
Yeah.
I'm making you conscious of how feisty you are, which I love about you. So I'm trying to teach you how to harness it with being conscious that when I get an objection, he told me to be authoritative and steady or go up a beat in my tone. Well, would you be open to a second opinion? Would you still be open? Would you still be open to receiving the information that will help you sell it? That's even better than a
Put a
second
smile
opinion.
to it.
Correct.
yeah,
But
I like that.
that's even better than a second opinion. Well, would you still be open to receiving the information that will help you sell it next time? That's really the offer, not a second opinion. So I know we've fallen into the second opinion thing. Second opinion about what? I haven't even begun to compete the way I want by giving you the information. So to me, and what we're training you here, I don't even like the second opinion thing. I would try, would you still be open to me sending you this package of information that would help you sell it? And then after you reiterate the initial offer, then say, hey, I know you have a realtor, but would you like Anida's opinion in addition? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just these are subtle changes to what you're doing. You're there.
Now, is there an updated rebuttal sheet? Because I have that opinion thing on there.
Yeah, no. So we'll take a peek at that on Tuesday. Make sure Sarika comes and sees me because that's the day for her to come and make adjustments with me. Make sure she comes and sees me. Okay.
Yes, I will.
Good.
And also, too, it comes into with listening. You have to really listen to them to come back at it.
And the only way that you can listen to them is if you fully articulate the offer. If they cut you off before you finish, go back and articulate the value of the offer and just stay with the first beat until you get there. Don't let their interference throw you off and throw you into the next thing. That's why the critique for Lily today was what happened here. And that's not a critique of Lily. That's just trying to make Lily conscious of if she could go back in time and see herself from above making that one particular call, why is she off? Right? We know we have a skilled person. It's like you. Why do all of a sudden you go Alexis? I mean, there's a lot of people that are really good in this that all of a sudden just go off the rails. Well, that can happen for a lot of reasons. That's why we say get athletically ready, which means read the script before you start making the calls, read it once through, and then make the calls with your finger on the script. Because you can come in tired that day. You can come in underfed that day. You can come in sick. You can hear Ashley making the calls this week. She's sick, right? And she still does well because she stays inside the words. So there's discipline in the beginning, but that's all so that we can get you to the pro level, which is the therapeutic second beat to have them have this cathartic moment with you. Well, why were you thinking about selling it? And listen, let them try to figure it out themselves because a lot of people think they know why they're selling or buying. They don't until they've been asked. That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. Oh, interesting, we say. On a scale of 1 to 10, given that reason, how motivated do you feel right now? 5. Geez, that's pretty low. How come so low? Well, I don't know where I'm going. Right? Or I'm scared, whatever. And so the pro really training is in the second beat. That's where the money's made. That's where it gets very subtle. That's where things really can go in a lot of different directions, but it's still systematic and formulaic as long as you're hanging on to the offer. Just get them the damn information that will empower them to sort through it. Let them have that first. Don't be in a rush to close for us if they need that first. Even if it's just to professionalize us so they calm down, like that crazy guy in Arizona, right? Right? Dude, just calm down. I'm just trying to get you some information, right? And here's what it is, and it'll benefit you. We don't even need to come over. I'm not telling you to do anything. Grant's not telling you to do anything. We just want to get you some info. That's how you hang on to the offer of information for dear life, right?
Right.
Okay.
And I have asked Sarika to send me the actual packet as well. She's supposed to be doing that in the mail.
Yep.
And I didn't know, do all these packets get sent FedEx?
No, that's Grant's call. He likes to do that. So it arrives and it's just a plus up. It's not a requirement, but if you got luxury and it's going out the door and you want to up your game and spend a little bit more money per package, you go for it. Well, it's not necessary. Okay.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Good job. All right, Alexis, last one. We'll call it a day. Anyone on my team? Sorry, Sherry, Kath, and Brandon. I'm just way over time today, so we'll do those privately on our own meeting. Here we go, Alexis.
Hello. Hi, Pilar. This is Alexis calling from Paradigm Realty. I'm calling because we saw your beautiful home online and noticed it didn't sell. So we wanted to send you some information that'll help you sell it next time. May we do that?
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Let me slow down. We saw your home and noticed that it didn't sell. So we want to send you some information through the mail that will help you sell it next time. May we do that?
Well, I'm wishy-washy about selling it, so.
Are you really?
Mhm.
Okay. Why are you hesitating?
Okay. Alexis, are you still on here? I know I'm long.
Yeah,
in this.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
here.
All right, Alexis, I think, again, you're going to help me close my theme of the week and probably for the next several months is to really hammer away the offer. Just go and tell her what you'd be sending so it softens the whole position because you're skipping to the why. So she just perceives and they perceive that you're just all trying to take the listing. Say, look at this moment, even if you're wishy-washy, all I'm trying to do is send you a pack of information that includes this, and this, right?
Okay.
And just
Right.
I want everybody to hang on tighter to the offer and get it fully articulated. Wonderful adjustment to speed. I love how how just when to laugh right. I mean, you have that really, really savvy way about you, but you rush. And that's what you and I are working on because it's in your notes to me, right? Maybe this is a bit rush. So let's listen to you rush and we'll coach on it.
Okay.
Because I haven't found anything similar or even close to it.
Oh gosh, Adam can help with that, no problem. He gets access to a lot of properties that are off market.
Good.
So they're properties that you wouldn't even see. You'd have to go through a realtor in order to see it. Would you like to talk to him? Doesn't cost anything, and he can.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just stop it there, Alexis. This is you on muscle. This has nothing to do with structure. Would you like to talk to him? Why? There's no benefit. You do say one of the benefits, but what you're doing is you're starting to cheat on these calls. You're starting to try to muscle your way through them, and you're losing the structure of them, right? Because on the buy side, you need to go back and look at the buyer scripts and a buyer offer that continues on there, right? But what I would have done is you're just so far off the path on her house to sell that I would have made sure I made that offer. And then when you finish that offer and you got the package out the door and you had the time to confirm it goes, then you would have asked, why were you selling it? She would have told you. You'd have asked how motivated. She probably would have gotten into, well, I'm wishy-washy because I can't find anything like it. I can't find the place I'm going, right? Interesting. What were you looking for? You just go so hard into, oh, Adam could solve that. But listening more. When you start to rush, you just don't listen anymore, right? You just are a bulldozer, which is great in a lot of cases because you close them all the way to appointments. But we've got to get more judicious or judgmental about what kind of appointments we want to set for Adam, set for Grant, set for Danny. You want to arrive us where we're just we're in a consultative mode. We're not having to sell anything by the time you get us there. We're adding insight. We're consulting. We're empowering. And that's like really nice business when you can set it up. But the way that it gets set up is by slowing this all down. What I would do if I were you, I would be artificially slow in the whole first beat, really working on saying the whole offer, right? What it is, booking the time, and having that be the first offer and close for your follow-up. The second one would be, by the way, how motivated are you? Then when you see that, geez, it sounds like since you're so motivated, maybe I could add to this package, Adam bringing it and adding his insight. I'm not ready for that. Would you like to jump on a Zoom or a phone call with them? I'm not ready for that. Great. Let me get it out to you and I'll just make sure it comes. Call her back the next day. Did you get it? Yes, I did. So I just want to confirm why you're doing this, how motivated, because you don't really want Adam and you don't want to jump on the phone yet. So I'd like to digitize the information we sent you and continue to offer our insights over time until you're ready for Adam to visit or get on the phone. It's like, right? And when they're really, well, I don't know. Well, I can kick you out of the database. That's an offer too. Would you like me to do that? Follow? Everything has a very clear outcome on the shelf, but you can't get there by rushing because then you're crashing into the shelf and you don't know where you're at. And you're like, oh shit, I got to get an appointment or he's going to kill me. Right?
Yeah, I did get the appointment, but
Well,
Adam
of course, but I'm not.
worried.
What? Adam, what?
Adam was not sure that she would keep the appointment. We don't know. It's set for this Monday.
Exactly, exactly, because we know you can close. In this group of people that do this, you are a closer. We know that. More of your calls. But there's not, we don't want to get caught up in the bravado that you can close, because if you start to close for shitty appointments or no-shows, it's because you did what every other commoditized caller does, which is rush and muscle.
Okay.
You're falling back to rushing and muscling, and that's just never going to be best practices, right?
Got it.
Good.
Okay.
Good. But bravo.
Danny?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, was this the call that I just heard? Is this the one where she had to repeat it?
Yeah.
And slow down? Because man, I really liked that pace. Like when I heard that in the beginning, I thought that was fantastic.
It's awesome. And that's why
I mean, the repeat was just awesome.
Well, also,
right?
she's such a pro. She knew when to laugh, because the lady laughed.
Right.
The lady laughed. She laughed, and it was very natural. So she's very professional,
Yes.
but she's such a killer. It's like Pyrina and Alexis. They're killers. They're gangsters, right? Like they want to.
I have a feeling mine's
They want to shoot. They want to shoot, right?
All right,
But
cool.
the problem is, and I can make the case. Lily's that. I can make the case. Lily is that too. Lily's a killer, right? But Lily hasn't been trained as long as Alexis has, or Pyrina. So when you get a killer, you don't want to neuter them per se, right? You want them to kill. You want them to close. That's their job. But you have to retrain the brain on how they do that, and they're very hard to slow down, right? And they'll often look to, but I got the appointment, and they would be right. And it becomes a difficult argument for me. So I have to just say, yes, but if you want the long-term success and you don't want to feel so stressed out because you have to bring all this muscle, to all the calls, then just follow the yellow brick system, which allows you to, the flower will open up more naturally for you for the appointment. If you make a very clean offer that's super valuable to the right person, right? It's not seen as valuable to the wrong person, but you'll know it if you can articulate it more slowly like she did. But she doesn't, by the way. She uses tone to make the offer, which is beautiful. But then she rushes. She sees a killer moment. I can kill this. Well, I couldn't find anything that looked like it. Oh, Adam can solve that. Boom, kill. And that's where she goes from super slow paced, and you didn't even see her. She was so fast to the kill, right? She just goes from perfect pace to so fast, nobody in the room even saw her move to the kill, right? Like a ninja, like a ninja. That's the problem right there. That's the coachable moment. That's the coachable moment,
I get
right?
that.
Yeah.
Because even when I make calls, yeah, sure, my pace is good, and then I get excited. I start getting them. It's like reeling a fish in.
Yeah.
And you start reeling faster and faster and faster because you don't want to lose the fish.
Right.
And you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. This is going to be it. And the thing is, suddenly I got to let it swim a little bit because I want a bigger one. I want the right one, whatever. I have to tell, there's something that clicks in my brain that says right in the middle, I had to train myself to say, slow down.
Well, if you're going to use it,
right in again.
If you're going to use a fishing analogy, then what you should do is go watch on YouTube reeling in big game. Imagine that at the end of the line, a tuna is the equivalent of a luxury prospect.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't just go fast on that.
Hell no. Hell no. In fact, they will pull.
Break the line.
Yeah, well, they'll pull on the line and you'll see it go back out, and it'll get reeled in, and it'll go back out. But imagine that our scripting and our offers and our package of information is the best equipment we can give you, so that the line doesn't easily snap based on pilot error. But you have to let that ebb and flow happen. You pull back on the line, they'll spit the hook like that, right?
Yep.
Or you'll snap the line. So it's a good analogy where here she is nice and then she snaps it. I'm not saying that there's so many calls today where I know Donna, I know Lily could have, I know people in this group can close, but my fiduciary responsibility is to say, I know You closed it. I get it. It's not a critique of you. It's just saying that now Grant has this situation. He has to make a biz decision. That might not be as good. And we have to start dealing from positions of plenty. Now, we never feel like there's enough. And that's why the primary people in this group, the mastermind members, have to think about, can we get a variety of sources that give our teams a sense of plenty, that there are plenty of people to talk to, and that there will be plenty of people that are willing to accept this, and some more difficult ones that are solvable, right? As long as you are honest and forthright, and you're educated and you empower them, they'll solve themselves, a lot of them. So
True.
Can I add something real quick?
yep, and then I gotta go.
Okay, I wanted to let you know, you were right about the getting high.
Yep. Yep.
I saw the price tag on this house.
Yep.
And I got really excited.
Yep.
And off I went.
Yep. Yeah. And remember, when we lose it, prospects pursued run away, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was good hearing your critique.
Yeah,
Thank
good.
you. I'll
Awesome.
take it back
Yeah.
to Adam.
Yeah. Bravo. We're just the good news is it's not my opinion. We're listening to these consumers, and you can hear what I'm saying, right? You can hear it. So good. All right, everybody.
Danny?
Oh, go ahead real quick.
I know you have to go, but I guess next time we'll talk about those past client scripts. We saw the mastermind on TRC, but no script. So.
Oh, yes, please.
Tuesday. Come see me Tuesday. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, because we're just getting, the good news is I'm getting inundated with this stuff. Any workshop stuff Tuesday or Thursday, either one. All right. Good.
All right.
Bravo. Have a wonderful weekend. Really good work.
No
everybody.
call Friday. No
really
next
good
week.
Work. Yeah. No next week. No next
Happy
week.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Record.